Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here we are, round number 2 of the Black Horizon Truck Series season. It is the Great Lakes Trucks Series here on the Captain Esports Network as we welcome you in on this Wednesday evening. It is going to be a fun one. The CT for Creations 180 for creators, for creations. I'll get it right. I promise. It is race number 2 of the Black Horizon Truck Series season. 120 laps tonight, 180 miles, 85 degrees, cloudy skies, a little wind out there also. Should be a pretty fun race here at the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is the old edition of it still with the old pavement and stuff, so we're going to see some tire wear, some slick racing, but some very fast speeds at the very same time. Want to remind you, make sure you check out GreatLakesSimRacing.com. You still have about a minute or so to get signed up for the Fantasy League and put your names in for who's going to run best tonight for a chance to win some prizes from Butt Kicker and also from Major's Garage. So make sure you do that as you have a couple of minutes here to do so before the race begins in just a few. Of course, last week, the virtual Talladega Super Speedway saw a wild race, 50 laps of green flag racing, a couple cautions in the end, a couple big wrecks, and 2 teammates going to victory lane for the first time ever. Ben Pierce and Lucas Strayer pushing the Millennium team to victory lane tonight. Can they make it 2 for 2? It's going to be a tougher task as we go now to this 1.54 mile speedway known as Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we are definitely going to see some names up here at the grid that, some are going to be surprising, but some not so much as we get ready to go grid and get the green flag here momentarily. As the grid is forming right now, let's show you the starting lineup. As I said, this is going to shock you a little bit, but at the same time, it will not. Dylan Parker on the pole, the hot driver from the end of season number 5, continues his role. He'll be on the pole tonight alongside his teammate, Clark Gennikin. Caden Atkins, yep, that's a 1-2-3 pretty much for the PPM/Precision Plus team alongside Aaron Smith. Justin Bonner and William Martin, row number 3. Lucas Strayer, there's some momentum alongside Zach Allman. Noah Mayari, Noah Mayari and Ben Pierce in row number 5. Row 6, Dylan Glass and Nash Fry. Row number, let's turn Sam off. No offense there, buddy. Let's take a look at the rest of your grid here as we see J.W. Miller in the 6 car alongside Cameron Ingram. Row number 8, Brett Murphy and Jacob Gladulich, a.k.a. Drift, is home track. And, of course, he's got a Martin Luther King salute there on the hood of his truck. Pretty cool deal there. A couple of BS here. Brian Sutphin, Blaine Sparling, row number 9. Row 10, Cedric Ingram, Sean Peachin. Row 11, Travis Icavaci and Matt Telder. Row number 13, Peter Borges and Christopher Dean. Row 13, Jacob Locklear, Brandon Alfin. Row 14, Sam Barnes and Chris Evans. Row number 15 is Trey Eldridge and Tyler Brewer. Jason Dalton, Bryce McCune, and row number 16. Row 17, Alex Cummings and Aaron Barnickel. And the last row on the grid, Robert Lukens and Anthony Marshall will round out the 36 trucks that are going to start this race here this evening at the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. As it's a pretty big grid, I would say, right? Going to be pretty interesting to see how this all takes place. Of course, track's going to be very slick to start with. And then as the tires wear out, it's going to become even slicker. And these guys are going to have to be careful. You're going to see trucks all types of sideways. And, should be very interesting. Let's talk to our pole sitter real quickly for the race here. Dylan Parker, you got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. Well, you're on the pole tonight here. 36 trucks strong. 35 look like going to take the green flag here. What's the expectations?
I'm expecting tires to fall off pretty quick because, it's hot Atlanta, so probably going to have to conserve those pretty good. I got a teammate behind me, affiliate beside me, so I'm expecting to try to have a PPM runaway with it this race so far. It's looking like we might be able to do that.
Well, obviously, you take Talladega away last week. I'm one of the hottest drivers on the circuit here, and we'll see if you can keep that momentum as you come to the green flag here. Good luck, bud.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Dylan Parker, of course, the pole sitter for tonight's race. As I mentioned, 120 laps tonight. And let's get him to his team. He moved himself. Thank you. Which makes up 180 miles. Hence the name of the race. CT Creations. 180. It's race number 2. Of the season. Here we go. Pace truck is in. As we come to the green flag, sit back, enjoy some Wednesday night action here on the Captain Esports Network. It is the Black Horizon Truck Series. Everybody okay off turn 4 as Parker going to lead teammate Caden Atkins down to turn 3 inside the 11 truck. That is one of those Millennium trucks that seem to all of a sudden grab the momentum after last week's race. In their victory at Talladega Super Speedway, Atkins looking to the bottom. Last time we were at this track, that truck went to victory lane, that 2 truck of Caden Atkins. And here he is picking up where he left off. Some 2-3 wide action. Dylan Glass back there to 16 truck. You're going to see this groove move around. You're going to see the bottom. You're going to see the top. You're going to see the middle. You're going to see every groove on this track potentially used by the end of this race. As everybody cycles around. Oh, a little damage on Bryce McEwen's truck already. Oh, there's an L in there, isn't there? Thank you, Tanner. Yeah, there is an L in there. I just noticed it. CLT Fan Creations. Thanks, Tanner. So the question is going to be, can these guys back up the race they had last week at Talladega so far? Great start here, 3 laps in. As that is the lap truck of Robert Lukens, who started the race on pit road. Up front right there is Bondurant, looking pretty sporty in that 11 truck right now. Zach Allman looking low on the 70 truck. Of course, our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams 4 Gourmet. You can check them out online, trackcams22.com. Also on Facebook and in the iRacing forums. You will notice, again, different shots, as I've mentioned, that I've added on to the camera list. You're going to see the real-life cameras that you normally see from a normal NASCAR race in Atlanta, but also you'll see some speed shots like that one on the track. Is look at the top side going to work here. Bondurant putting the pressure on the 2. The top side is coming to work. And look at this on the bottom for 4th, Lucas Strayer. Who woke up the Millennium team? Well, there's the Atlanta Motor Speedway we know. Passes going on everywhere here. Ben Pierce, the 00 truck up top side there. Noah Mayari below him. Brett Murphy back there also. The draft playing a major role right now. See some damage on the 5 truck. Not sure what happened to William Martin, but his tailgate's got a little damage to it, it looks like. We ride with J.W. Miller down to turn 3. As we look at some of the lap times, already falling off some 3 to 4 tenths in the first 8 laps of this race. So tire fall off is a big factor at this track. Parker leading up here at the front. As a matter of fact, we've had some switching for the lead here, and I just noticed out of the corner of my eyes, like, wait a minute here. But yeah, Dylan Parker's gone to the front alongside Clark Gennick in here. So let's go back. There's obviously some wild action up front. This happened last lap. Parker takes the bottom side to go to the lead, and Gennick gets a good run off the corner. And eventually he's going to make the pass on the 2 truck as well. So we go back live. You see Zach Allman making a move to the bottom. So the champion going up to P2 here. So Parker made a comment about the whole PPM runaway. Right now they're playing swap the lead as Allman's going to go to the front. Check back here, 18th position. Blaine Sparling looking inside of a really cool paint scheme with Cedric Ingram. Tribute to Martin Luther King Jr. there on his right and left side. Really cool paint scheme as Aaron Barnichols on pit road. Unscheduled pit stop for the 66. All 34 of the 36 trucks within 3.5 seconds of each other. Now, the only real truck off the pace right now, speed-wise, is Bryce McCune in the 95, who unfortunately suffered some nose damage, so that's obviously playing a big role right now. As we continue 2 by 2 by 2 is Cameron Ingram there on that high side in that Strada Italiano truck. So one big factor in this race that we should bring up is the pit strategy. Of course, 120 lap race with the 65% fuel. Looks like fuel mileage is roughly 30 laps on a tank of fuel. If you multiply 30 times 4, you guessed it, 120 laps. So it should be a 3-stop race, 3 sets of tires. That's if you can make it to lap 30. If you pit earlier, you might be in trouble. On board with Sean Peachin, Brewer Motorsports driver, with his first race on the Speedway with his new team here. Of course, he ran Daytona last week, but when you take out the super speedways, this just shows you how strong the draft is. The fact that all these trucks are still together, even though the speeds are falling. Well, no, Jason, it's me, not them. It's me because I didn't see the L in the logo. I just messed up the title, so my bad. And I'll, as a matter of fact, I could fix it right. No. Fixed. So Peachin looking to make the move as we look back up front. Zach Allman continuing to lead. Clark Gennick in second. Parker up to third. And Lucas Strayer continuing that momentum up to fourth. But the one thing you are noticing really quickly is those trucks that took off at the beginning of the run now starting to fall back a little bit. Justin Bondurant back to sixth after starting up in near the front. Caden Atkins back to fifth right now as some of the guys that are a little saving of the tires. They're the ones working their way up front right now. As the handling's starting to kind of come into play here as we're 19 laps in. Cam Ingram going to the 6th position right now, already up some 8 positions from the start. He is the biggest gainer right now in this race. Zach Allman up 7 so far in the race, up 6. Sean Peachin and Matt Telder. Biggest faller, or loser if you want to call it like that, is Drift, who has fallen 26th position, down 10 from the start of the race. As Noah Mayari and Dylan Glass continue to battle William Martin there behind him. William Martin actually down 12. I missed him. William Martin started 6th. He's back to 18th with that damage on that rear. Probably not helping things as Dylan Glass cuts the grass. Say that 3 times fast. How tough is this field so far when it comes to the racing? Let me look back here. Let's take it to the 29th position, where you see Jason Dalton, and look right behind him there, the 63 truck of Alex Cummings. Dalton's got a little bit of rear end damage, but Alex Cummings in the 30th position, that is not what I expected out of that 63 truck. I expected Alex to come working through the field after starting all the way back in 33rd, but he's only up to 30th right now in the 63. Sam Blarnes in the 22 truck has fallen back a few spots, as J.W. Miller started to take some spots away inside of Brett Murphy. Mr. Long Run, as I like to call him, J.W. Miller. Always finding a way to keep those tires fresh on the long run. It's kind of interesting how he pulls it off. I've not been able to figure it out much. Got the 9 there behind him with Nash Fry, as you see Ben Pierce make a dive to the bottom here. So we're going to be coming up on pit stops here very quickly here in this CLT Creation 180. As Atkins and Strayer are back at it now for 4th. Up front for the lead. Allman and Genniken. Clark said his #1 goal this season was to get a better start than last season. And last season he led laps, but had tons of issues before finally getting some momentum towards the middle part of the season. Here he is now, going to jump to the front at lap 25, well, at least for now, as Allman trying to run that high lane. And Clark's going to slide up in front of him. So, yep, Genniken to the front. As these front 5 trucks pull away from Cam Ingram, who leads a second gaggle of trucks. Oh, William Martin getting loose there off of in the quad oval over there. And be careful, as these tires wear, they will become an ice rink. Or should we say ice skates, I guess. Cameron running the boards off turn 4. That might be a little too high, as J.W. Miller going to roll the bottom here. and take that spot away. Now Larson lining it. He's going back up there again. So we're really going to see how this gaggle of trucks can get to pit road here very shortly. Travis Icavacci back there in the 13 truck running 19th. Do appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. I saw Ryan Christian, Angel Vellante as always. Clark, who's admitting, trying not to fall asleep. Tanner Long, the sponsor of tonight's race. Got a really cool photo. If I get a chance to, I'll show you what stuff he does. Let's see. Go Oilers. Again, I'm still thinking it's Houston. And Amory Lynn watching tonight, cheering on the 84. Hey, Telder's been in the wall. All right, so the lap 30 mark. Here comes Drift to pit road. So the first truck is on pit road, but none of the leaders yet. As these guys will stay out of lap. Here comes Lucas Strayer. So here we go with the pit stops. J.W. Miller coming in. Looks like Smith is coming in. This is not an easy pit road, by the way. Oh, one truck spinning over on pit road. That is Dalton in the 4 truck, who continues to struggle this season. And now the PPM guys and the Precision guys going to come to pit road. Looks like the 7 on pit. Oh, one truck missed pit road. I believe. And now we got trouble. Caution's going to be out. We got trouble on the track. Looking for it, looking for it. I heard the spinning. It is the truck that missed pit road. Jacob Locklear and Sam Barnes. Caution is going to be out, and that's going to play an interesting strategy now on these trucks that pitted. Let's say, did Lucas Strayer have damage? Because it says he's involved. Let me see any damage on the 1 truck. One's clean, so 1 is good. All right, caution is out. Let's see what transpired here, because this is interesting. So Locklear is the one that's going to miss pit road. Locks it up, gets back going. Tries to get his truck back up to speed here. Oh, and he loses it. Oh, he must have spun the tires or something. And gets up into Sam Barnes. Let's go on board with Jake here, because I think that's exactly what happened here. Locks him up, tries to get going. Unfortunately, downshifts. Spins the tires. Yep. Unfortunate situation there. All right, leader's going to come to pit road. Leader's actually Justin Bondurant right now in the 11 truck, I believe. Actually, it'd probably been Zach Allman coming to pit road. A lot of trucks going to be taking wave rounds here, likely. And we'll try to get everything cycled around here real quick, because Allman wins the race off pit road. I think we're going to have a couple trucks that are actually going to end up front because of pitting at the time of the caution. As we look right here, as we were coming to the pits, Caden Atkins, Clark Gennigan, Cameron Ingram, those trucks were coming on the pit road, and I think they were able to get their service done and get out. And here they are cycling around now. They're going to be at the front of the field. What a break for those 4 trucks. So right now, Bryce McCune is at the front of the field. He is going to likely take a wave run. You see that smashed in nose on the 95. So he'll likely get the wave around here and going around with a couple other trucks. Also got a smashed in rear, so not sure what totally happened there to the 95, but young man out of Michigan there having some issues. We should get one to go this time by. Hopefully you got your fantasy lineup set up before the green flag wave tonight. If not, you can always do so. Each and every week before the race, you have a chance to win some weekly prizes and, of course, be in for the grand prize drawing, which, of course, happens at the end of the season. As we're coming to the green flag here at lap number 36. Almost a third distance in. Of course, this should set up everybody to easily make it now on 2 more stops to the finish. Well, let's see if we can keep that momentum going. As pace car does a wheelie on the pit road. And here we go. Caden Atkins, Zach Allman, Noah Mayari, Clark Gennikin, Cameron Ingram, your top 5 as we head down the back straightaway. Dylan Parker making a pass back here for 5th. PPM guys and the Precision Plus guys all looking pretty sporty tonight in their trucks as Christopher Dean starting to drive it in there a little bit. There's Dylan Glass, Sean Peachin. Oh, Dylan's going to get turned and saves it. And Alex Cumming takes a cone with him. That was a hell of a save. This is my definition of putting your hands and feet on the wheel to make a save. The save by Mr. Glass right here. Watch this. Yeah, 48 just gets back to the throttle a little too quick, gets into the back end of the 16, does a save, and Alex Cummings takes, oh, that poor cone. It never had a chance. Meanwhile, up front, look at Noah Mayari making his sights known here. So I mentioned Cam Ingram, Brian Sutphin now making an appearance up here. You got Brett Murphy. Look at this in 9th. The boss man, Travis Aikavachi. Aichiwawa. That's another way you can say his name. Back here is Dean starting to get under attack here from Cedric Ingram. There's Chris Evans. And the 98 truck there behind him, and then the 9 of Nash Fry in front of this battle here. You got Sparling and Brandon Alphin there in that 28 truck. As Jacob Locklear brings the 84 to pit road. So, of course, the new track now, which has had some laps ran on it, has lost 20 inches of its turn from the bottom to the top, has gained 4 degrees of banking, and has brand new asphalt on it. As look up front, Noah Mayari taking the lead. I am pretty sure that every PPM or Performance or Precision Plus team has led a lap in this race now. Outside of Locklear, unfortunately. You know, I see what you're asking me, Jason. I'm looking at some of these times, and I wondered if anybody would try it. And I talked to a couple drivers tonight that, you know, they were asking me, what do you think strategy-wise is going to be? And I made a comment of, hey, I would not be surprised if somebody tried to save a set of tires for the end of the race if needed. I think we know who's going to do it, as they're 3 wide back here, it looked like. Or maybe I'm hallucinating. Who knows? But back up front. You know, just something weird just kind of crossed my mind as I'm sitting there watching this. I'm looking up at Clark Gennikin's truck, which is, of course, black and red. And for some reason earlier, and maybe it's because I'm just so used to seeing it in black and yellow colors. And I'm like, wait, that truck did change colors. And then I'm like, my imagination started working because I'm just that damn tired. Could you imagine in the future of NASCAR or something if a car was out on track and it changed colors? Like, where like the black and red became black and yellow, and then became like black and green later in the race. Could you imagine that? Truck's going backwards here, unfortunately. Lucas Strayer. It's not because of lap times. I think he just caught an unfortunate break with that caution, but right now, 18th position for that one truck after being up in the top 5 during that first run of the race. Up front, Caden Atkins has moved to the front, so more of the teammates working together here. As the PPM boys are trying to Rick Hendrick to field. Back here, Ikavachi high side on Bonder, and what a move that was. I think that caught Justin by surprise as Alfin follows him through. Hey, who woke up Travis tonight? As back here, Brett Murphy starting to fall back. As Sutphin has worked his way in that battle, and here comes Ingram. See if he can run the high side, crossover coming. Nope. You know, I will say this, and I know Sam can't really attest to it right now because of his unfortunate circumstances here tonight and last week. But when you're in a race as an admin and as a guy who runs the league, like, you get distracted when you're out there running and, you know, you got to run the show and stuff like that. It can easily distract you and becomes a hassle sometimes. Because if something happens, you got to take care of it, and all of a sudden you wreck because you're not focused and so on and so forth. So now he's got Jason Clark over here as an admin in the booth watching the race and making sure everybody's doing their job. So the pressure's off Travis. And now look what's going on. Travis starting to work his way to the front. Makes you think about it, doesn't it? Dylan Parker's lost the spot to him and Alfin, so the 13 and 28 seem to be working together back here, 7th and 8th positions. As Gannikin is making moves here, 53 laps complete. As you continue to see the different groups in Atlanta Motor Speedway virtually here on iRacing. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. If you're a fan of the channel, hit that subscribe button, please. And if you don't like the channel, hit the subscribe button, please. As Parker working back to the inside here, trying to get these spots back. He's got the 11 there with him. Here comes Blaine Sparling also. As the leaders come up on the back of Tyler Brewer. Tyler in the 31st position right now, and he might be the first on old tires. You look on the map over there to your right, Dylan Glass in the 16, also the 21 is Sean Peachin. Maybe some older tires there. Maybe Telder in the 17 on some older tires. So we got a few guys that looks like trying the tire game here. Yeah, that's, you know what, that's a fair call. Because 17, well, 17's part of KJD, but you got Brewer, Glass, Peachin. Trey Eldridge, good call, Mr. Clark. Not like you might have inside knowledge there, do you? Huh? Up front here, Atkins falling back to 5th. As Sutphin going to make the pass here and clear him. So the question here is, this strategy work? I'll put it out like this. For Brewer, I think this hurts more because he's already been lapped. For these other 3 trucks, they are going to need to pit probably in 2 laps. Come pit at lap 60, so then you go 30 laps on your tires the rest of the way and get off the set of tires that you're on now. That could help you, but I think if a caution comes out here in the next 10, 20 laps, I think it destroys that strategy, unfortunately. We'll see. I've been wrong plenty of times. and I'm totally okay with it. Up front, Clark Gennikin. Clark going to lead that lap at the line as we come up to halfway next time by. Well, let's take a look here. Let's look at our top 10 trucks here, and let's take a look at the pit stop lap for everybody. As everyone pitted around the same time that are in the top 10, because these guys all took tires. Obviously, I'd have to go back to 27th, 28th, and 29th to get these other 3 trucks, but with that said, 31, so they should be pitting here in the next 2 or 3 laps. But if I am in these Brewer trucks, I am pitting right now and getting off these tires. You saw Drift come to pit road just a minute ago. He is back on track now. Atkins working the bottom here, and he'll make the pass on Sutphin for the 4th position. So Caden definitely showing some pretty good long run speed. Meanwhile, up front, we got a whole nother leader. Zach Allman's jumped back to the front here. So it's like one moment I turn away, it's one driver. I come back, it's a whole nother driver. Let's show it real quickly as Matt Telder comes to pit road. That is not the pass on. This is the pass I was looking for. Just a simple pass on the bottom. Is Allman going to go by? So Matt Telder came to pit road. He's on there right now. Lucas Strayer coming to pit road. Here comes the one truck. The runner up at Talladega. Hold on, young fella. Telder 14-4 as Sean Peachin in danger now to go a lap down. Here's the 54 catching him quickly. J.W. Miller going to be the first to pit road along with Strayer. Also Smith in the 70 truck coming to pit road. All right, here comes the 21. Atkins almost missing. Pit road locks it up. Great save. Oh, one truck really missed pit road. Sutphin, look out. Almost clobbers Atkins there. That's going to be an unsafe entrance for the 26. Unfortunately, a penalty coming there. And here comes the cavalry. As everybody in tires and fuel. And the only issue so far, I've seen Atkins almost spun it out, and Brian Sutphin with major issues on pit road. And he's still there, unfortunately. As here come more trucks on pit road. Ike Avachi's coming in. Allman, Bondurant, Sparling, Alphin, Evans, Dean, Martin, Cummings. Borges also on pit road. There's Allman's pit stop right in front of you. Right side tires going on for the champion, two-time champion of this league. As everybody pulling away, Brett Murphy now to pit road in a 10 truck. More tires and fuel for everybody. And that is going to cycle everything around to that young man right there in the 81 truck. As Clark Gennikin enjoys a 7/10 of a second lead right now over Dylan Parker. As Caden Atkins looking underneath his teammate Mayari for third. And then you see Mayari and, of course, Atkins, as I mentioned. And you see a little bit of damage on that left rear, so maybe Atkins did make contact with somebody. We'll have to see. Zach Allman right there in fifth. And in here, well, here's the guy making the jump on pit stops here. Remember the first one earlier to pit road was Drift. And here he is in the 6th position right now. That's where track position will definitely help you out. If you come to pit road early, you can steal it. Now, of course, he's got to try to gain a little bit out of it, and this might be the track to do it considering all the trucks that are out here. Interesting strategy there by the 14, Cam Ingram, up to 7th right now. Look at Lucas Strayer, another truck that pitted just a lap or two early. All right, so Peachin and Atkins have some damage, it looks like, from a checkup on pit road. That must have been from where, was it from the 2 or from the 26? I don't see much on Sean, if anything. There's Bonder in 10th position for him. Murphy, Aaron Smith, Travis Ikavachi up to 12th or 13th. Nash Fry 14th. Okay, that's what I thought. .73 laps in the books here. Let's go back to 22nd here. We got a battle for position as William Martin making a pass on Telder for 22nd, as I mentioned. Got that going on. Let's check this fight out between Nash Fry and Aaron Smith. So here's where that strategy kind of hurts the Sean Peachin, Trey Eldridge, Dylan Glass trucks. They now look at the bottom of the pylon as where they are, the last 3 trucks. And unfortunately, one of them, Sean Peachin, already a lap down, but Dylan Glass and Eldridge trying to hold on. Yes, they have equal tires, but now they got to find a way to pull away from the leader. As this fight continues on back here for 13th position. Lucas Strayer making the pass on. I might have misread that. Brett Murphy making a pass on Justin Bondurant. You see the lap truck is Sean Peachin trying to work his way up there. He is in a lucky dog spot right now. But they're going to need a yellow handkerchief to get that to happen. Now, here's where the older tires hurt people. So Drift, for instance, remember he was up to 6th a little bit ago? But now, because he pitted a few laps before everybody else, he's on older tires, he is getting parachuted by everybody. As he is falling back to 14th now with the older tires. But hey, credit to Drift trying to work a strategy out. If he's able to steal that position away and then get a caution, it's a net gain. Plus, it's clean entrance and exit off pit road. Sparling going to take him 3 wide. Track's plenty wide. Aaron going to be able to carry that momentum off the corner. As there's your leader in the 81 truck, Clark Gennikin. As we'll have 40 laps to go. Noah Miari, Zach Allman, Dylan Parker, Caden Atkins, your top 5. Alex Cummings up to 19th now. So he's trying to catch a break here, and that just shows you how talented of a field these guys have here. Is you got some really good drivers running back here, just barely on the edge of the top 20 right now, as we're two-thirds distance in here of the CLT Fan Creations 180. So I promised I would let you guys see it. So while we got a good green flag run going here, let me keep my eye on the track, make sure there's nothing going on there in front of me. So Tanner Long, of course, is the title sponsor of tonight's race with the CLT Fan Creations 180. Well, I want to show off one of the cool photos he has here. This is one of his creations. It's a 3D printing business that this company is. And check this out on track, or on the screen here. It's a 3D image of NASCAR. Pretty cool deal there. So appreciate what Tanner does. Of course, Tanner was a longtime member of the league, still around. But obviously working real hard and stuff, and we appreciate and hope Tanner's doing well. Of course, I know he's watching because he commented earlier on how I was missing the L in CLT. Now, asking for a friend, CLT, does that stand for Charlotte? Just a thought. Still got passes everywhere on the track. Aaron Smith here battling with Nash Fry for the 14th position here. Look at that. Nailed it. Or as they say up in upstate New York, Charlotte. In the state of mispronounced names. Up front, Mr. Long Run, it seems like tonight, Zach Allman. I mean, you go back to that race at Chicagoland, the last race of last season. Zach Allman finished second in that race. This surface is older than Chicagoland, so Zach's starting to kind of adapt to racing on an old surface here. So as I look at it, we have 4 trucks off the track right now. Brian Sutphin, Jacob Locklear, Sam Barnes, Aaron Barnickel. Otherwise, still 32 trucks on track out of the 36. And 27 of them on the lead lap right now. And what has only been 1 caution so far in this race. Brandon Alphin putting pressure on Lucas Strayer for the 11th spot. Watching that fight. Of course, Genniken has not let Allman get away, so that's a fight for the lead we're out to keep an eye on. And then also a battle right here. 3 trucks under a blanket. Brett Murphy, Cam Ingram, J.W. Miller. You know, I've said this 100,000 times, and I'm going to throw it out there. But, you know, this is 6 seasons now I've been sitting here in this chair doing this broadcast. And to watch a league start from scratch with less than 20 trucks on track weekly, to be sitting here second race of the season, you've got 4 more trucks than an actual truck series field in NASCAR. And we are sitting here with 1 caution in a race at Atlanta. You cannot help, Jason, I think I can speak with you on this one, but be proud of what this league has done so far. And I hope for nothing but the best as it continues on, man. I've enjoyed watching it. Watching it grow. As Dylan Parker works the bottom here on Noah. As they go around the lap truck to Sammy B. He's trying to get some laps and trying to gain some spots. Well, I thought that was Sam Barnes, but it says Sam's still in the pits. Never mind. All right, Drift is on pit road here, so this is the start of the final stops. I don't know, I saw a destroyed black truck up there on the screen. I thought it was you, Sam, and I looked over at telemetry and saw you weren't on track, and I'm like, oh, never mind, it's not Sam. Who else is in a destroyed black truck? Check this group out that's come back together. Oh, and Alphin's got a destroyed truck. What happened to the 28? Oh, that's wonderful visuals. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You now get a visual of Sam showering. Let's see if I can find what happened to Alphin that brought the damage on his truck here. Oh, Lucas Strayer caught the wall right in front of him. That'll destroy your truck, all right. Unfortunate deal there. We should see pit stops here at any minute. Your repairs to the shower or to your truck? As Telder leaves pit road right now. Brandon Alphin on pit road right now as he's going to get that damage fixed. He might be there for a minute. Unfortunate deal for him. How about this dogfight right here? Alex Cummings The 9 of Fry, the 98 of Evans, the 19 of Ingram. Alex has actually been slowly working his way up. He's up to 13th now. Yeah, there's been a couple pit stops, but he's worked his way around a few of these guys. All right, first of the leaders to pit road, J.W. Miller. Also, Aaron Smith going to come to pit road. Four tires in fuel, and there goes Miller. Zach Allman, here comes the leader. Cam Ingram also on pit road. You see Ben Pierce, the Daytona or Talladega winner, leaving pit road. Oh, one truck sideways back there on pit road. I think that was Dylan Parker that just had that thing all types of sideways coming in. As Bryce McCune leaves pit road. Brett Murphy out of pit road. Cedric Ingram off pit road. Here comes Sean Peachin. Peachin waiting for everybody to... Oh, William Martin, that is not how you do it. Into the wall. Oh, look out. Another car's coming towards him. And Bryce McCune back on pit road. Unfortunate deal there. Travis Icavacci getting himself a lap led, I believe. As he comes to pit road, Blaine Sparling coming with him. Here comes Alex Cummings, Justin Bondurant. 22 laps to go. More tires and fuel for everybody. As we watch Bondurant stop up here. $16.5 for Bondurant, so some of these stops are a little slower, unfortunately. This evening is Allman going to cycle around to the lead. Clark Gennikin going to be second. Dylan Parker, Noah Miari, Caden Atkins, your top five. Outside of that, the top 10 has kind of shuffled up a little bit. J.W. Miller, Brett Murphy, Cam Ingram, Aaron Smith, Lucas Strayer somehow still in 10th with that damage. So here's the million-dollar question I have. You've got drivers who pitted early. Drift, lap 90. Lucas Strayer, lap 91. You've got people that pitted mid part of the run. J.W. Miller, lap 95. Aaron Smith, lap 95. And then you got people like Travis Icavacci that pitted at lap 99. Alex Cummings, Blaine Sparling, Bondurant. What was the right lap to pit on to gain track position here? Because one lap on a set of tires at this track is a difference, believe it or not. Caden Atkins back here with Noah Miari. It's a battle for fourth right now between teammates. Check out Ikavachi making a pass on Chris Evans for 13th. You know, it's kind of funny. Sam, you were there, that podcast at the beginning of the season, when I made a comment about Travis, and I said, you know, this could be a season where Travis Ikavachi breaks out. He was having a great run at Talladega last week before some things happened, and here he is now, 13th position on the lead lap. And he's got some of the fresher tires that anybody's had in this race. Last time by Travis, a 4.7. As a matter of fact, what if I told you that Travis Ikavachi was the fastest truck last lap? As they got the lap track, Tyler Brewer having a little issue there. As I look again here, once again, Travis Ikavachi, the fastest truck on the track. Let's put last times up here. You'll be able to see them in the top left here, where it's people running at the line here. The Allman 32.33, Geddekin about 4/10 faster. Parker right there with him. Miari right there with him. Atkins right there with him. As Travis passing Drift for 12th. Going to pass Lucas for 11th. But up here for the front, here comes Clark. Oh, Clark almost got the wall. Did he get the wall in 3? A very easy mistake to do is clip that wall that pokes out at you. There's a little bit of right rear damage. Doesn't seem to be affecting Dylan or Clark too much, as he's able to draft right back up there. Brett Murphy looking underneath J.W. Miller here. This is all about 8.5 seconds behind the leader. And Brett's going to make the pass, so move him up a spot. Oh, no! Nash Fry and Ikavachi into the wall. As Travis was about to go for the 10th position. As Christopher Dean comes to pit road for 29th. Not sure what happened to the Dean machine. I'll have to check in on that. And Bryce McCune apparently has had some issues and has wrecked it. What happened to... see if I can find it real quick. That's already happened here, so we back it up. Back it up. We're going into the corner. Travis goes up to the second groove, and oh, Nash push up the track into him. And there might have been some net code in there too, or whatever, but unfortunate deal there, as the battle for the lead has not ended. As we are at something happened to Noah Miari. What happened to Noah? All of a sudden, things are happening here. And I think this is the second straight race that Noah's had issues at the end. Oh, no, he gets into the wall. I think he was trying to get around Dalton. Look, one more quick time here. Dalton with some damage, a little off the pace. Well, he's holding his line. I can't blame Dalton. Well, I'm going to say no to that, Jason, because he was off the track pretty much. I mean, yes, should there have been a caution? Yeah. But when you think about iRacing, not that easy. Coming to 4 laps to go. What do you know? A classic Atlanta Motor Speedway finish about to happen in front of us. It's going to be teammates likely, but here we go. Clark trying to maybe get a little side draft potentially. Oh, contact! I think Zach almost caught the wall and it caused contact. Zach tried to side draft, more contact. As 2 laps to go. And we've seen this plenty of times. This team, no matter what team names there are, seems to have a thing about wrecking each other. And look behind. Here comes Dylan Parker. 8/10 back. Allman got a little bit loose. White flag. Here we go. Parker's within 6/10. They better not look back. Lap truck's not really going to play a part here, I don't think. Zach going to try to protect the bottom. Will Clark use the bumper? Clark's going to try to roll the top side here. Not going to be enough as Zach Allman will win the CLT Fan Creations 180 in his first win of the season. In a 1-2 3-4 for a mixture of PPM and Precision Plus. Brett Murphy's going to get 5th. And the champ doing things a little different this season. After season 1, he struggled for a while before getting another win. He went and knocked it out here after race 2. For Zach Allman, that is his 13th career series win. Of course, that's number 1 all time. And it continues that streak, oh, by the way, that only Zach Allman will ever be able to accomplish. He has won a race in all 6 seasons. Let's take a look at the finishing order for the race. Allman wins it by just a 10th over Clark Yannick. Dylan Parker 3rd. Caden Atkins 4th. Brett Murphy finishing 5th. J.W. Miller 6th. Cameron Ingram 7th. Aaron Smith 8th. How about Alex Cummings back to 9th? Nash Fry 10th. Cedric Ingram 11th. Blaine Sparling 12th. Drift finishing 13th. Chris Evans 14th. And Justin Bondurant there in 15th. Lucas Strayer, 16th position. Travis Icavaci falls to 17th, unfortunately. Dylan Glass finishing in the 18th position. 19th going to Matt Telder. 20th to Anthony Marshall. 21st, William Martin. 22nd, Trey Eldridge. 23rd, Sean Peachin. 24th, Brandon Alphin. 25th, Ben Pierce. 26th, Jason Dalton. 27th to Peter Borges. 28th, Tyler Brewer. 29th, Bryce McCune. And 30th to Noah Mayari. 31st, Christopher Dean. 32nd, Robert Lukens. 33rd, Brian Sutphin. 33rd, Sam Barnes. 35th, Jacob Locklear. And 36th, Aaron Barnickel. Out of the 36 trucks that started this race, only 1 caution when it was all said and done. What an amazing race. Cannot be more proud of these guys for another awesome race in the Black Horizon Truck Series season, as we're going to talk to our top 3 finishers, and who knows, maybe some more. But right now, let's find Dylan Parker, who just came up a little bit short on getting another win, and but this time from the pole, finishes in the 3rd position. Congratulations, Dylan, on the 3rd place finish. I know it was a tough race for you tonight. But that had to be a lot of fun being out there racing amongst your peers, teammates, and cousins, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, man, it was pretty fun. Bummed out that I got that damage early. That was definitely something that hurt me for the entire race. But you know, it was fun racing with Almond and Clark. They definitely put on a good show there for me, right behind them. So you know, it was just good fun. I'm glad we could all finish pretty good. I saw Noah got in an incident sometime during that, but you know, most of the team was able to come and finish pretty good, and we had pretty good fun.
I was going to ask, obviously, what, 1-2 more laps maybe?
1 or 2 more laps, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I found a line right up against that wall that was working, that I was using earlier, but kind of got a little scared of it because I hit the wall. But started using it again. I was definitely catching, and once they started racing, so. 1 or 2 more laps longer, just a mile or 2. I probably would've got it, but I just didn't have enough time and didn't do it soon enough.
Yeah, still a great effort though, and I know you're proud of the team and stuff, but obviously be proud of yourself, and obviously a great start here at Atlanta. Congratulations, and shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to PPM, Precision Plus, and everyone who makes the Great Lakes League happen every week.
There you go, man. Great job tonight. Congratulations on P3.
All right, thank you.
You too. As Dylan Parker finishing in the 3rd position tonight. Another driver that he made mention to me last week. He wanted to have a great start to the season, and he's done exactly that. That is Clark Gennikin here in the 81 truck, so close. I got to go back to, what was it, 2 laps to go. Was there contact there, it looked like?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It's just two guys going for it, man. He was giving it everything he had, and I was giving it everything I had. I burnt him up getting to him, and then the dirty air makes it so much worse. And I wanted the top, but by the time I got there, it didn't really matter. I had nothing for him. That was fun, man. That's a blast. It's nice to race like that with a teammate.
Let me ask this question. Obviously, from my view, it looked like maybe Zach had caught the wall just a little bit and maybe brought it down off the wall. But still, though, I mean, that kind of racing here at Atlanta with one caution, having 36 trucks starting a race like this and getting out there and being able to race like it's real life, that's got to be something that you never thought you'd have in a league.
Oh, definitely not. iRacing gets a rep for Wreckfest, and it's deserving. But there's a lot of talented drivers here. Like I said last week, it was nice to see most people giving everybody room. Just stings, man. I love this place, and I really wanted to get one early after the way last season started. But it can't be too mad. Led laps, started second, finished second. Just one spot short.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better of a start for you this season. So great job tonight, and shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, appreciate you broadcasting, man. All the admins in this league, my boys at ECM, my teammates tonight, both on Precision Plus and PPM. Even though we don't really communicate during the race, I'm sure we'll go back to the drawing board and look at the good things we did here. Infinite Hero mentality and Blaine Sparling for this awesome paint, man. He knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, Blaine does a great job, man. Well, congratulations on your P2 finish, and we will see you next week.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Clark Gennikin pretty happy, I would say, for the most part with that second place finish, and obviously should be after a fantastic race this evening, but unfortunately falls a little bit short to the champ. The winningest driver in series history. He's also the only 2-time champion in the series history. And Zach, of course, joins us now. And Zach, what a race it was between you and Clark. But the one thing I think we saw tonight was the long run seemed to be your strong point.
Yeah. Felt like the long runs were definitely my strong suit. But, I mean, when I did my last pit stop, I kind of assumed Clark would be faster just because I tried undercutting him by, I want to say, 1 lap. And I did 2 laps the pit stop before that, and it made a huge difference. So I was assuming he would catch me. It's just I had to make sure I tried to pin the dirty air on him, and Clark and I just wanted to put on a good show for the broadcast, I guess.
And you guys did. You about had another classic Atlanta finish there. Contact, it looked like there were 2 to go. Did you catch the wall?
No, but I think we can tell by how far I got off the wall, or off of the high lane, off turn 2. It was about that close. I thought Clark had it by then, but I guess we didn't make contact off 4 then, but I made the crossover and just I didn't want to slide job it, but I had to lift later than Clark in order to get past him, I thought, which I think I did, and it paid off.
Well, it worked out for you, man. It's a great start to the season for you and the team. Of course, backing up the last couple of championships in a row for the team, and of course, you backing up your series championship, but going to victory lane this early. But shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Peak Performance Motorsports, the nice designs, and just all my teammates at PPM, Clark, because me and him just had a good race, and Dylan for, I guess, telling me to short pit, which paid off, I guess.
And he about caught you for it, so that's a great job holding them off, and congrats on the win, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. As Zach Allman wins tonight here in the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. So great job to all the field in a great race here this evening as we get ready to move on to the next race here. Go out the movie in a second. Zach, as he is gone. As we get ready for the next race, as I said, of the season, which again will be next Wednesday night. And that race is, I'm just going to get the schedule really quickly, and I'll get you that. If I want to say it's Bristol, if I remember correctly. It's been such a week that I don't know where the hell we are anymore. I don't know where I'm at anymore. You know what? I can't even find it. They're usually right here on the Discord. There's the schedule. It's usually right here in front of you, but you know I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other, as some say. Well, yeah. Anywho, we'll digress. Congratulations to everybody in the league. That was a fantastic race, as I mentioned. And, you know, there is another way I could do this. This is where you could tell I'm not thinking clearly. There's the schedule. We're at Rockingham next week. So, and then Bristol. So it should be a fun rest of the schedule as we come up here next week from the Rock. Should be a pretty good race there from the former track known as formerly the North Carolina Motor Speedway. All right, we're out as we go from there. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya! Brickyard.